No sound and blank screen. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Can you see me? It seems that you can see me. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Yes, seems like we are good to go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Well, while we get things started, I'll, tell a little bit more about the event, because now that you guys can see me, you can see a little bit more information. Picture, sound, all good. That's what I love to hear. And the stream is working. Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is wonderful to be able to see you guys tonight. Tonight is day number 4, I guess. It is Thursday, day 4 of my epic week of show matches that I've been hosting. And let me post up the link to the thread if you guys have not seen information about the thread itself. You can come over here and check this out. Let me post it up in the channel. More info about the event here. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Be sure to check that out if you want to, and we'll be going, I want to see your tongue. That's very funny. Very funny. There's some interesting characters in the stream tonight. But, the reason why you guys are here tonight is to see Time versus Sheth. So we'll be getting into that game relatively soon. But before that, I wanted to let you guys know, if you wanted to see any of the VODs from this week, from Vile Illusion vs. Desro, or Gimmicks vs. Vibe, and Minigun vs. QXC, you can check out that channel, or that thread that I posted. I'll be posting up the VODs on there, or you could check out my YouTube channel. So that's pretty cool. Yes, my overlay is up at the moment for a reason, because I just wanted to let you guys know a little bit information about the event, and then we're going to be getting into game number 1. Are you guys ready for this? It is a best of 5 series. That is the map pool listed. It is MLG map pool, and we'll be going into game number 1 right now. Let's get rid of this overlay here, shall we? And here we go, spawning over in the bottom left-hand side on MLG Metalopolis. We can see the blue Protoss player known as iSTime, and his opponent spawning in the cross-map location is the purple Zerg player known as Liquid Sheth. So yeah, it is MLG version of Metalopolis, so there is this supply depot on the bottom of the ramp here to prevent wall-offs from, supply depots, bunkers, pylons, pretty much anything you'd want to try to do to wall off. There's fixed spawn locations that you can only spawn either in the cross-map location like we have here, or in the close-by air. That is why this Overlord is heading over this way now. For those who don't know, Time was on the team VVV, and he actually got picked up by Infinity 7. So you might know one of the other players on there is actually competing in the GSL right now. It is Crazy Movin'. But yeah, so that is a little bit more information about that team. If you guys don't know, you can see. You can also go over to their website and stuff. And if you are watching this on the VODs, I always put links to, in the description below about more information about the players, where you can find them, what is their stream information, and all that good stuff. So be sure to check that out. We do see that looks like Time is going to be scouting over to the close by air position. And it looks like Sheth is going to be going for a Speedling expand here. Very nice. And look how nice. Just going to be chatting it up, asking Time how his day is, all that good stuff. There he is, transferring some drones over to that Vespene gas. Going to be starting mining from there. And Time's a little bit upset that he did not get Grandmaster, though. And, I mean, that does suck. I mean, I guess since Grandmaster did come out, and the way they have Grandmaster set up is that at, noon or something like that, or midnight, I think, 12 o'clock at some point, the Grandmaster season opens, and pretty much those Master players that play their games have a chance to make it into Grandmaster. And you can see Sheth was gaming pretty hard today and made it to number 4 in Grandmaster. And it is quite time-consuming to stay up top on the ladder. And we do see Time has made it over to Sheth. He did do a little bit of scouting, saw that he's going for that Speedling expand. We do see Metabolic Boost is on the way right now, and here come the 4 lanes with the drone. They're going to be chasing away this probe and dropping down that hatchery relatively soon. And, whoop, gets a nice little surround, takes him out, no problem. And we do see that Time's got the Cybernetics core being chrono boosting that Warp Gate technology. We do see the second assimilator going down, so it looks like we will be seeing some sort of tech play out of time, not going for like a really necessarily fast expand. There's the second gate going to be thrown down right now as well. And here come these 4 Lings, going to be popping over here, doing a little bit of aggression, keeping an eye on things. They're going to poke in first and check to see if there is expansion. No expansion, so they're going to try to move up the ramp. And now they see, okay, there's at least a gateway there. Stalker and Zealot, they're going to be backing up a bit. We do see a sentry is also on the way for time, and this probe looks like he's going to be coming down here to make it in the start little sim sitting off the natural expansion, make it ready for him to start taking his natural. He is starting to get a good amount of resources saved up, and we do see the Overlord is going to be parking his way over here. Let's keep an eye. He might even do a little float over a little bit later. And 8 Lings in production right now from Sheth, so we might see Sheth start to be a little bit aggressive here. Metabolic Boost did finish up. This natural is just now finishing. Look at that timing with the transfer and the Queen coming down. Very nice timing out of Sheth. And it looks like the Lings are going to start moving out. They're going to be swinging along the top right-hand side on Metalopolis, and the Forge and Nexus have been dropped down now for time. He is going to be positioning his units in this little choke here, and here come the Lings. They're going to be swinging in. There is another warp in of 2 more sentries, and Lings look like they want to try to... Oh, they do get a slip by. Only a few slip by, but overall, it was not the best decision-making. Looks like he wanted to maybe try to do a surround or run by there, but it wasn't going to happen. One good force field was able to block that off. And with this pylon here, it's going to help SimCity his base in, so no Ling can try to sneak around and jump into the main base there. But with the positioning of this cannon, he can actually slip past it. Interesting. And we don't see what sort of tech that time is going to be going for yet. He's just kind of getting things ready to get his natural up. It is about to be finished, and Ling's going to be keeping an eye over at the third base, and we do see the tech now. It is going to be a Stargate play out of time, and Ling's just kind of running on past, keeping an eye on things, seeing what they can see. Overlord does get sniped over in the right-hand side here, and we do see the third base is now on the way for Sheth, which is a very smart play out of Zerg players when they see that their opponent is going for a fast expansion like that. And the Roach Warren is also coming up. We do see he's going to be going for, looks like Roach play for a little bit now. And Roach is not the best against Stargate, but that's okay. It's quite easy for Zerg to just kind of switch their tech up. And there we do see the extractor being taken at the natural. He still has not taken the second extractor in his main base yet. He's just kind of droning up right now. He has another Queen in production, and Ling's being very active on the map. He has pretty much scouted everywhere, keeping an eye out for any forward pylons. We do see a second photon cannon has gone down inside of Time's natural mineral line here to help protect it in case any more run-bys. We do see the second assimilator being taken at the natural, and it looks like he's going to be going for Phoenix play. Very interesting. And he's going to be coming over here, doing a little bit of scouting first, checking to see if his opponent has taken the third base. He does see that he has taken the third base, and now he's going to be backing up. But he did, by doing that, he revealed that he is going Stargate play, and this will allow for Sheth to start getting some anti-air defense. He does have that Evo chamber about halfway done right now, and a good amount of roaches did start to be produced. He is starting to drone up now, though, because he realizes, okay, you're just going to be sitting back on your 2 bases right now and trying to do a little bit of harassment with that Stargate. I don't really have to worry too much. Lings do take a little bit of damage, and 2 of them there were taken out. And it looks like Time's going to be following this up with Colossus play. Very nice. He's going to try to force his opponent to go those Hydralisks because of those Phoenix. But we do see the lair is on the way, and no sign yet that Sheth is going to be in any danger. He does have a Spore Crawler coming up, but here comes these 3 Phoenix now. The Spore Crawlers aren't finished. The Queen is there starting to do damage, and it looks like Time is just going to go right for the drones, lifting up 1, taking out 2 right there, and the third one's going to go down. A 4th one gets lifted and taken out. Here comes a 4th Phoenix, going to take out even another drone in all of this. Spore Crawler does finish up. Time is forced to pull back a little bit, but looks like he's going to be swooping back in and taking out another drone. The Spore Crawler is trying to reposition himself to get a little bit more defense along the mineral line. Let's check out how many drones were killed off in that. 6 drones were killed off in that. Not too bad of play by Time with this little bit of Phoenix, and it was a great play overall because it did force that Hydralisk Den to come out. And so this Colossus play that he is starting to produce, his first Colossus now, is a very good style. And looks like Overlord was here, and Lings are going to try to sweep into the natural expansion with those two cannons, so they're not going to be able to get too far in there. Looks like he's going to try to clear this Overlord off and maybe plan on taking a third base soon. Phoenix are still swooping around. They're going to be catching an Overlord here, and oh, they actually just let it live. But he is able to scout that Infestor Pit has gone down. We'll see if he swoops back for this Overlord. No, he does not. Interesting play. Time is currently sitting at 99 supply compared to the 118 of his opponent. He does have extended thermal lance on the way, as well as that +1 armor. He does have +1 weapons already finished up, and he's adding on, wow, 6 more gates right now. So it looks like he's going to be going for a little bit of a 2-base timing attack. And we do see he is sitting at 52 probes compared to the 76 drones of his opponent. And, oh, here come the Phoenix flying in here, taking out a couple more drones. This Spore Crawler is doing a lot of damage to one of the Phoenix. He does manage to take out at least one Phoenix in this, but this is actually very nice play of Time. He is able to snipe. Wow, 15 drones have gone down, but we do see mass upgrades coming out of Liquid Sheth right now. He is getting that +1 range for the Hydralisk as well as that armor. He has +1 missile attack already finished up, and Pathogen Gland is on the way as well. So he's getting a nice unit composition here of Lings, Roaches, and Hydralisks, and he's going to start adding in some Infestors relatively soon. Phoenix still doing a good job flying around, but there's still a handful of Overlords that they could try and snipe. Looks like 2 pylons have gone down. Over at the third, looks like he's going to be opting to take an expansion relatively soon, and it looks like a couple Lings are trying to gain map control back again. Liquid Sheth has jumped up to the 150 supply right now compared to the 134 of his opponent, and oh, one Queen does get lifted up. It is going to be sniped right now, and looks like Time's just going to be backing off after taking out one Queen. We do see the 4th base coming down from Sheth right now. He has the 2 Infestors on the way, as well as getting those Ventral Sacks, so he's going to be going for Overlord drops. Tricky play. And it looks like Time has moved over to the Zelnaga Watchtower here with a handful of Colossus. He is sitting at 3 Colossus right now, and 9 Stalkers, 11 Zealots, compared to the 10 Hydralisks, 15 Roaches, and 31 Lings, and 2 Infestors of his opponent. There is a handful of forward pylons here ready to help protecting, and of course there's this Phoenix that were able to be kept alive in all of this. But this army composition out of Sheth is looking pretty scary. If you land some very good fungals, that will really hurt Time's positioning, and looks like he's just going to be loading up a good amount of units in these Overlords. Looks like he's going to be planning to go for a drop, which is going to be very dangerous, especially, ooh, he didn't even scout that base. And he's going to be catching, oh, Hydral's coming out, doing a little bit of damage, and oh, he tried to get a good fungal there, but it was a whiff on the fungal. A couple Lings do get torched by these Colossus, and it looks like this is the time. Time is going to be popping that Guardian Shield and running in here. Trying to unload a couple of these units. The Infestors are being lifted up by those Phoenix, and force fields do go down, and looks like all of the Stalkers are just sitting in the front. Colossus are trying to do what they can, but not all of them are in battle. There's a fungal growth going down on a lot of the Stalkers. Looks like all the Gateway units are going to be falling. There's a handful of Colossus left, but it looks like most of Sheth units are falling as well, being torched by these handful of Colossus. There are reinforcing units coming in out of both players now. Here come a couple Roaches trying to be able to snipe these Colossus. And wow, this Colossus has 15 kills. This other one has 12. Here comes a couple more Roaches and Hydralisks, but they are forced to pull back a little bit and try to regroup. There is one Phoenix here just kind of sniping some Overlords, and the Stalker is going to go down as well as this Phoenix. But it looks like both Colossus, actually all 3 Colossus, are going to get away. No problem. In all this, Time was able to get his 3rd base up and running. He did warp in a few more Stalkers here, and he has not gotten, oh, there we go, I was about to say he's not gotten a Twilight Council yet, so he can't get the +2, but there goes the Twilight Council. He is still producing those Colossus right now, but this forced Sheth to get that Spire. It is now up. He can start making those Corruptors to deal with those Colossus. He does have Burrow on the way, and looks like he's loading up for another drop. Going to be sending him over to the right side of the map. And all this, he has taken a 5th base now. The 4th is up and running. He is taking both extractors there as well. And he has started to drop creep over at the 4th and 5th base of Time to help prevent any future expansions that he might try to take. Time is behind in supply right now. He is at 126 compared to the 174 of his opponent. If we look at the income, he is starting to catch up a little bit in the income at 63 probes compared to the 75 of his opponent. But his opponent, Sheth here, has been having this fourth base up and running. He was not scouted by time, and looks like this pylon is going to go down. And Sheth looks like he wants to be going for a little bit of an attack here. Going to be trying to apply a little bit of pressure at the third base, and at the same time he's going to be dropping with these overlords. This is actually an extremely nice play, but it does... Oh, I just pressed the back button instead of the V button. Why does this always happen to me? That is okay, because we do see that this overlord here, or this observer here, was able to spot these overlords. He's able to reposition his army at the natural, as well as having these units here to help protect. But that is a lot of lings and not a lot of units here to protect this one Colossus. And looks like the Colossus is being targeted down. It is taking a lot of damage. And oh, here comes the big drop in the main base with these Colossus here. He is able to kill the entire drop, no problem. But the Colossus looks like it is going to be sniped. It is sniped. A few Zealots are going to be warped in. But with these roaches here, they're going to be able to clean that up, no problem. One cannon is going to be able to finish up. The second one does as well. And he doesn't have any more units being warped in. He's trying to bring his army from the main base down here. Both photon cannons do get sniped, and he is forced to pull all the probes into the simulator. And now that the army has gotten here, Sheth is going to try to run away, but these units are not very quick off. Ooh, nice. Saving 2 roaches by burrowing there. Very nice play. And a couple more overlords are loaded up with lings. The Overseer is able to get out of there, no problem. The Changeling was sniped by Time, so very nice job being able to spot that. And Time's supply is looking pretty good, but we do see 8 Corruptors on the way, as well as 20 Links getting that +1 flyer attack, as well as getting that +2 armor. And ooh, here comes another attack. Here comes a drop and an attack at the third. Link's doing a lot of damage to these probes. And ooh, Roach is going to be coming in here. He really should try to at least target down that Nexus, and these 2 Colossus are going to be able to clean it up. And Ling's being dropped all over the place, but with this army here, he's going to be able to clean this up, no problem at all. And nice defense out of Time. I really do like that Sheth is doing these multi-prong attacks, and it looks like he's going to be regrouping over here by this forward pylon, but Sheth is able to see all of this, and that is a lot of Corruptors right now. Colossus are not going to be able to stand. He really needs to pull these 2 Colossus back, or they will go down very, very quickly. And here come the Lings moving in. They are being taken out by the Colossus, no problem, but the Corruptors make quick work of these 2 Colossus here, and it looks like they're just going to be flying away and let the Roaches try to do as much damage as they can. But it looks like Time is opting for an attack of his own, going in right for the 4th base of Sheth. He is going to be able to take this out because there's almost no units over here. There is a fungal that goes down, but it's not really going to be enough. Even this one Stalker with 4 health is able to survive. Corruptors are trying to fly over here to snipe some of these Colossus, and the 4th base is at 300 health, and there it goes. 4th base is able to be sniped, but the Corruptors come in and flank one of the Colossus. It goes down very quickly. The other 3 Colossus, ooh, nice offensive blink underneath the Corruptors, but these 2 Colossus are not going to be able to survive. The Corruptors do very nice job sniping them, and this actually 5th base might be in a lot of trouble as well. Time doing a very good job with this gateway heavy army right now, but we do see 10 Hydralisks and 4 Roaches in production of Sheth. He is still ahead in supply at 173 compared to the 133 of his opponent. He does have a few Roaches still burrowed over here to try to do a little bit of harassment. There goes the 5th base, falling down. Broodlings pop out, able to take out at least 1 Zealot. Blinking back, doing a nice job, but there is a large force starting to mass up. They're going to try to intercept these units as they come out. And here they come. Ling's moving in, doing a nice job catching these Stalkers on move command. Force fields do come down. He can try to start blinking them back. More force fields come down, separating the army. But nice job having these Corruptors fly over top. Now they're dropping down those Corrupt on all these units so they can take extra damage. And ooh, it looks like Time actually might be able to get away with a handful of units, even doing an offensive blink to try to chase these units away. And now he's just going to try to regroup. But we do see that Time is still stuck on 3 bases and all this. Actually, technically 2, because the main base is not even mining right now. And wow, we do see that Sheth is going to be regrouping and heading over. He's going to be sniping a couple of sentries right here. And oh, force fields go down right before a couple of them do get sniped. That was a very nice play. There are 2 Immortals mixed in with this army that will help out a lot against these Roaches, but not very much so against these Hydralisk, and nice warping in some Stalkers on the high ground to keep doing damage. Sheth is being very smart about positioning his Corruptors in the way so the Stalkers start attacking them instead of the Hydralisk below, and it looks like Time actually might be able to clean this up, and the Corruptors are left standing by themselves. Another offensive link comes out, a couple Hydralisks remain, and reinforcing links are going to come out, and they're going to do a good amount of damage, but it looks like Sheth is forced to pull back. His supply has plummeted down to 111 compared to the 101 of his opponent. Looks like Time did want to try to expand over here, but with this burrowed Ling and Overlord dropping creep, he's not going to be able to. That's actually going to put him very far behind, because we do see Sheth is retaking his 4th base. And nice, Time comes over here, does an offensive blink, is able to snipe down his hatchery. He moves 2 Stalkers up to the high ground, and will cancel at the last second. Very nice play. And nice, he is able to blink onto the high ground because he had those 2 Stalkers positioned right at the ramp. And we do see a handful of Stalkers over here as well. Interesting. Now he regroups all of his units back together. A couple Overlords do manage to get out of there, no problem. But look at the supplies here. They have started to even up a lot. Colossus production has started back up again. But at this point, Time really needs to get a 3rd base up and running. He does come over here and is able to start sniping the Overlords. But there is no Observer out 4 times, so he has no way of seeing this Zergling here. He has to build a photon cannon if he wants to try to build a base here, and Time Supply is starting to mass up a little bit more. He did get that Templar Archive, so we can start getting those Archons now, and that's actually going to be a very scary army composition, but he still is going to need some sort of AoE from those Colossus or Sonic Storm from the High Templar to deal with these Hydralisks that are still being produced. The upgrades right now for Sheth is at 2-2 compared to the 1-1 of Time. And if we look at the income tab, it is actually quite even. Time has actually pulled ahead in the income for the first time this game. He's at 60 probes compared to the 42 of his opponent. And a couple Lings did get dropped into the 4th base, and they're just going to town on a lot of these probes. And nice job, going to be dropping down even more creep here right as that creep recedes. So Time really has no idea that there's this one Zergling here, because as soon as Overlord gets taken out with creep, more creep just kind of appears out of nowhere. And we do see Pylon's going to be dropping down. We do see that +3 weapons has started now, or sorry, +2 weapons has started now for Time, and a lot more roaches in production. There is a good amount of infestors. If we look, we can see that there are 8 infestors hiding underneath all of these Corruptors, and it looks like Time wants to try to engage. Nice fungals going down at the front of these armies, but here come the Archons trying to move in, and offensive blink. Nice job. He keeps doing these great fungals on a lot of these units. Queens got mixed in here for some good transfusion, and here comes some infested Terrans being dropped down all around this army. Good fungals are just exploding all over these units, and there's just a handful of gateway units left, and GG is called. Time taps out of game number 1. Congratulations to Liquid Sheth. It is now currently 1-0 right now. This is a very nice play out of Sheth. I mean, he pretty much was doing some very nice drop-oriented play, doing drops at the main base while attacking the 3rd base at the same time. And then he was able to establish all of his bases and get ahead economically while his opponent was stuck on 3 bases. And even if he wanted to try to take his 4th base, he was unable to because there was Overlords there dropping creep. There was always a Ling burrowed underneath of it. He never got an Observer up at all. So congratulations to Sheth for taking game 1. It is currently, right now, 1-0 in favor of Sheth. And we're going to be getting ready to go into game number 2. But before we jump over there, let me just pull down this overlay real quick so you guys can take a look. Boom, there we go. For those of you wondering what this event is about, if you kind of joined us in the middle of game 1, this is my 1-year anniversary of casting StarCraft 2, and I decided to host a series of show matches that would take place during this week, the first week of November. And as you can see, we've already seen a handful of epic matches. Some of the replays and VODs have already been uploaded. As you can see, you want to go see epic TVP between Illusion and Desro. You can check that out. Another awesome game, we did see Gimmicks versus Vibe. You can see those replays have been loaded up. And of course, Minigun and QXC did play. Those will be up on YouTube soon. So be sure to check out my YouTube channel if you enjoy my casting. It is youtube.com/NanMan. Or, you know, if you enjoy it, feel free to follow me on Justin TV and Twitch TV, because all of your guys' support really does help me out a lot. And you know what? If you guys are rooting for a particular player, you know, be sure to leave a comment on this thread as well. There's already been a few people, as we can look down, like some people were saying Vile Illusion, you know, go, go, go. And a couple of people, I think, were saying something about gimmicks. Yeah, we see some gimmicks fighting over here. So yeah, be sure to check that out if you get a chance. I'll link the thread right here. Be sure to go in there and leave a little comment if you get a chance. It's greatly appreciated. But we're going to be going into game number 2 relatively soon. So everybody get ready. We'll be finding out what the map is. As you can see, that is the list of the map pools. It is all MLG maps. And it looks like we're going to be going into Shakar's Plateau.